great place.
Nah, it is. Chicago is definitely the windy city.
Yes,
I don't know
absolutely.
if you read the Bible or anything like that, but I don't.
I know it's been hard, it's been a minute, Shawty always in her feelings, lately I've been in my bag, I don't know if I can really hop up in it, call your phone, I always hit it up, but you never seem to pick it up. Started thinking it's only beneficial, so you better know you ran out of luck. Been hard, it's been a minute, Shawty always in her feelings, lately I've been in my bag, I don't know if I can really hop up in it, call your phone, I always hit it up, but you never.
But I did come upon reading the Bible.
Mhm.
And, a smart person told me that, if you're not religious, it's really just a really great, writing. It's beautiful poetry, great stories, great, symbols, metaphors. And then, so I was reading this one quote, it's in Ecclesiastes. I'm mispronouncing it. Excuse me. Ecclesiastes. Excuse me. I probably messed it up again. But
Yeah.
anyways, from 1 to 7, it's really just talking about like nothing new under the sun
Mhm.
and how like we're meaningless, meaning that what you've done has been done before, and therefore the purpose in what you're doing, you shouldn't put too much stock in yourself, but you should understand that what you have, you should enjoy it because that's a gift from God.
Okay. So for you not to read the Bible, that was pretty good.
No, I mean, because I'm an intellect, and so I kind of obviously teacherified it, and I was like, so as teachers, right? Our job isn't to, or as educators, right? Our job isn't to save them. Of
No.
course not, because that's impossible. Our job isn't to like be like, Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey, or be like the shining knight on a horse, right? Because life is not like that. Our
Right.
job is to provide opportunities for kids to enjoy.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's it. That's
I'm heavy
literally
on
it.
extracurricular activities. I always have been. I am heavy on extracurricular activities for sure.
And if we take joy or just enjoy and take the en out, it's just joy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How hard is it for us to cultivate joy? Fuck the classroom. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm like, obviously I didn't go to church, but I grew up in church. My mom was a Catholic, and she used to cuss all the time. So excuse my language, but it is so hard
Mhm,
for teachers, right? To
yeah,
professionals, smart intellects, to literally have fun.
mhm.
Why? Why? And then before you answer, why is it hard for us to have joy just in like authentically joy, which is like in general? I think that's also like a problem.
Because we feel like we have no other choice because we're contracted by the contracts that they have out for us out there. They don't allow us to be normal.
Mm,
Allow for the joy to happen, not only within us, for us to teach it so our kids could reap the benefits of the joy that we give out or we're going to put in our curriculum.
thank you for saying that because literally, right? When you're getting observed, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if you read Christopher, Christopher Emden.
No.
So you should definitely check him out. But he's a amazing educator, PhD,
Okay.
neo pedagogue in education, and even though he can be a little corny sometimes, he's a very 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 respected scholar in education, and he talks about being like ratchetemic, right? So being ratchet in an academic, and how as like back in during like slavery time, right? s- you know Education was still a self part of our self-determination in order for us to survive, right, under like dehumanization and slavery.
Right.
It's like we couldn't stop it, right? We had to learn in order for us to survive. So whether we learn through lying, whether we learn through songs, whether we learn through having like schools that were like hidden, right? Like, slaves literally have, ex-slaves, right, respectively, had almost thousands of schools with teachers in it before public school was even made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, sorry, I lost my train of thought, but like pretty much how do we I'm sorry. Damn. I'm like getting old right now. I'm like literally forgetting shit right now. Oh my God. What was I saying before?
You were talking I think what it is that you got lost within your thought because you were already in it like 3 different times. So you started talking about Christopher Columbus
Uh-huh.
and it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Lord. No, I had it. No, I literally had it. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm getting old, bro. I'm 30. No, this won't be none in the 30s. I'm not getting old. I'm just, oh my gosh. But anyways,
I'm almost insulted. Do I look
no, don't be insulted because I'm an only child and I have a problem with my mouth. So excuse my language, excuse my tone. I got my sister, Dr. Victorieus with me today on the Calvin Nolan podcast. What's up? How are you doing?
I am tickled by this. Oh my God, this is so amazing. This is one of the best podcasts that I have actually ever been on. And if anybody is listening to this, you have gotten me out of my shell.
Hey.
I've done nothing but smile and laugh since I've been here. And so thank you so much. This has been most authentic because people come on all the time and it's so scripted and it's all of that, and I just feel your energy is so amazing.
Oh, I get it from my mama.
Yeah, you're the only child. You just told me that. Like, this is so authentic. Thank you.
What's up? How you doing? Happy Friday. What's good in the hood?
We're talking about teaching.
And it is just like, so I found my train of thought. See, this is why I love talking to people. And so literally, sis, right? My dumbass was like teaching. And I was going to do the song, right? Because I love doing songs. But then my admin came in, bro. And I switched up, right? I just switched up to like what you were saying, like what they want us to be. And my lesson bombed. Yeah. And I was just so mad. I was like, why did I do that? Like I put in 10,000 hours. I know how to call the audible. I know how to engage. Why did I just not be my authentic self in front of them?
Right. And why didn't you? Because you're set on what the contract says and what they are requiring for you to do. See how we came back on this, honey? Let's go. Yes, I like this. You're not understanding.
I had to give myself grace. So like when I lose my train of thought, I got like, I lost that shit. Let's go come back around.
Honestly, for me, it hurts me when I do lose it because it's like, man, I was really deep in it. So I'm really glad that we were able to, go full circle with this one because I kind of lost it when you lost it.
It's so good, but I appreciate your grace. And so like Christopher M. then, right? He's just literally just talking about just like being a ratchetemic and just like doing it just like obviously, right, teaching the content, but teaching the love, the identity, like what Dr. Goldie Muhammad talks about, like the intellectualism, the criticality of what you're learning, right? And you were talking about how like what you're doing, right, is becoming quote unquote taboo, or it's becoming quote unquote outlawed because a mediocre white man lost an election. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like the paradigm shift with George Floyd that happened, they were like, oh shit, we can't control this. So now we have to just outlaw everything. But it's just like, people like you are getting, short end of the stick. Just talk about like, just like how sucks that, it sucks.
It's more people that can benefit from just knowing or being around me. And I'm not saying it like that. I mean, I've had over 20 years of experience in education. And so while we want to use that to kind of help with what's going on, especially with the numbers not being so great coming from a pandemic as big as COVID, our schools are in trouble right now. And so you would need someone of expertise to help you. You can't push me back in the classroom just because you need teachers. But if that's the case, I'm going to do it on my own. And here I am.
And so being a consultant.
Yeah, I like it because I get to do it on my own terms and on my own time. And I don't have a contract that I have to say I can do be talking and I can be who I am and I can say what I want to say and I can do what I want to do. And I think that's what people need, especially this generation right now. They don't need anything scripted. They need assistance. They really need help. They do. They do.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
we're saying that, you know
assistance.
what I'm saying? We're saying scores, we're saying testing, we're saying all of this stuff. And it's like kids are saying, I have mental health issues. I have
Yeah.
problems. Things are going on. Help me. And I can help you with your test scores. You're kicking me out because I don't understand. And here these kids are saying the suicide rates are up. There's mental illness that's on a high. Kids are vaping. I've seen it. I've been in the schools. I sat at the tables. The school to prison pipeline is real. Yeah, I said that in one breath. It's
So
that.
what's the teacher tip would you give out there right now with what you just said about just like we got to keep it real?
Listen to your students, man. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen. We're not listening. We're not. I'm telling you. I watched a 5-year-old threaten a teacher, and I looked and said, he said, I will use those scissors to cut your throat. He's 5. They wanted to send him to an alternative school. But there has to be something going on. And there's something going on. Dad is abusing mom, and mom is abusing dad. And you all want to put him in an alternative school? Let's help this young man.
So so before we get into like your favorite like childhood experience, let's just get into that because I don't want to get so esoteric. So why education with you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you have like a mom or dad or like just an amazing teacher that inspired you? And like, what was like your favorite like childhood experience in school?
I'm heavy on extracurricular activity. What saved me, because I'll be honest, I think I fight so hard for average childhood experiences right now. That's, what I do. It's because of the experiences. The Boys and Girls Club is pretty much what saved my life. So I'm heavy on extracurricular activity. So my childhood activity was being a part of a drill team. I was in a drill team. So after school, I had something to do instead
like
of
ROTC?
Well, it was performance. So we
Okay.
like danced. It was like a dance drill team. But it kept me out of trouble. So it kept me out of the streets. If anybody knows, back in the day, cops used to be Kansas City cops on Kansas City. So Kansas City doesn't have the best reputation, but it saved my life. So for me, I would say my best childhood memory is extracurricular activity and being a part of the Boys and Girls Club.
And kind of just give us like some description of what's it like growing up in Kansas City, where extracurricular activities is kind of like your only way out. Not only way out, but just like, you need it in order to kind of stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I love my parents to death. I tell them that all the time. Shout out to my parents. But the generational trauma is real. My parents created this wonderful person that you all hearing from right now, but there were still things that they brought into the relationship that had an impact on us. So with my parents working so much, that took away from me like really enjoying certain things. So like school wasn't you better get good grades. It wasn't that big of a deal because my parents didn't graduate from high school. So it was just like, go to school. Okay, well, what's next? There wasn't a next. They were just happy that I graduated from high school. So to go into your question of why education, that was why. There's a lot of us out there like that. And if I can do it, then they can too.
Do you think education is like a golden card that can give you privilege, where money can give you privilege, but like if you have a degree, it can also like catapult you to like opportunities and positions that you won't get unless you have money or privilege?
I don't, because see, and we're honest here. I'm not gonna say I'm in I wish I was in a position where money, I could say all of this. I think people see Dr. Williams and they think, oh, okay, she has so much money. She has this going on because she's a doctor. All of the things that have happened have to be earned. You have to work toward getting those things. And it's hard to do that when you're in a industry right now that's shutting you down because of that.